Whitesboro Plow Shop. Dirt car 358 modifieds on track and ready to go. RJ Tresidder, car number 21, will go from the pole with Dan Beachard alongside in row number 1. Row number 2, Andy Howard in the 21, 18W Scott Webb. Row 3, Franklin Mackin, the 3M with the 74, Lucas Fuller. Row 4, Lance Willix in the 31, 7S of Shaun Shaw. Row 5, Ryan Bartlett in the 39, 28 of Jordan McCreadie. Row number 6, Nick Webb, the 27, 19 of Tim Fuller. The point leader goes from 12th. Row 7, Preston Forbes, the 45 with the 621 of Brian Hudson. Row number 8, Tyler Meeks in the 966W of last week's winner, Derek Webb. Row number 9, Adam Roberts, 6349, Billy Dunn. Row number 10, Dustin Bradley in the 83 of the 21 of Larry Welling. Row number 11, Cameron Black, the 2357 of Remington Hamm. And completing it, scheduled to go, was the 55 of Dan Reif. Dan not answering the call. We are ready to go. 25 laps for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Derek Webb, last week's feature winner, he will roll from spot number 16. He's got a long way to go to get to the front. Looking for green. Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group peels off the Speedway as they work in 3 and 4. The Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds are green at Can-Am. RJ Tresidder jumps on the lead. Lucas Fuller got way wide, lost a ton of spots out there in corner number 1 and 2, brings it back on the racetrack. In the meantime, though, RJ Tresidder, he will lead lap number 1 as they cross the line this time by 3-car battle for second between Andy Howard, Franklin Mackin, and Dan Beachard as they dice it up into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Lance Willix has cracked the top 5 as they make their way into turn number 3 and 4 for lap number 2. It is still Tresidder in control down the front straightaway on lap number 2. Andy Howard looks like he's got the bugs worked out of that race car from that previous heat race that he was in. That car was ill handling on him all night long. And Howard now rides in second. Franklin Mackin there for third. 36 of Dan Beachard holding on to fourth. Willix now up into the top 5 as they're working on with turn number 3 and 4 and down the front straightaway on lap number 3. RJ Tresidder, we've seen this before. Tresidder gets a big lead, dominates the first dozen laps of the race, and then the caution flags fly, and that's when the field catches up to him and takes the wins away. Tresidder trying to end that here tonight as they work it up into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Lap number 5 will be up on the board. Tresidder in command and driving away. Tresidder the last 3 weeks has won his qualifying heat races. Would love to parlay that into a feature win right now. But he's got Andy Howard behind him, about 6 or 7 car lengths in second. Franklin Mackin having another strong run, holding on to position number 3. Dan Beachard, Lance Willix, that's still your top 5 right now. Jordan McCreadie settling into position number 6. 7th is Shaun Shaw. Tim Fuller is 8th. Scott Webb 9th. Ryan Bartlett, he completes the top 10 as they click off lap number 6. Looking towards the back portion of the top 5, I'm watching Lance Willix. He tried to step on a line to try to get a run on Dan Beachard to move up another spot into position number 4. Beachard's going to stick with that inside lane. Willix is going to try the outside lane as they cross the line this time by in lap number 7. Lance may have found something there going through turn number 1 and 2. watched him get way up there on the top side of the Speedway and get a really good run through corner number 2, but Beachard was a little bit better that time getting down off of corner number 2. And as we watch this battle continue on off of turn number 4, RJ Tresidder continues to drive away, but the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th is heating up now. Willix has finally got that momentum rolling on the extreme outside portion of the racetrack. He's going to finally clear Dan Beachard down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. So Lance Willix immediately goes back downstairs. He'll try to find something extra down on the bottom. And Jordan McCreadie saw that move that Willix made and says, I'm going to try it up there and see what happens. As they work in lap number 9, Lance Willix continues to charge forward. He's up the 3rd around Franklin Mackin as they work it off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Willix going forward. Andy Howard has got company now for 2nd as they work through turn number 3 and 4. RJ Tresidder continues to show the way at lap number 10. This would be a big deal for the Edwards, New York native. If he can pull off a win here tonight, it would be the first of his career in a 358 modified. But Andy Howard and Lance Willix are not done. 2 veterans right there in modified racing going at it for 2nd and 3rd as they work it back to the line this time by with 11 in the books. Big lead for RJ Tresidder down the back straightaway as Andy Howard looks like he's been able to fend off the 31 of Lance Willix for now. Franklin Mackin still holding on to 4th. Jordan McCreadie has finally cracked the top 5. 12 in the books, 13 to go for Tresidder. Battle still on for position number 2. Andy Howard has done a great job fending off Lance Willix for the time being, but Willix knows he has got to get going now if he wants to try to catch RJ Tresidder for the lead. But Andy Howard's not going to make it easy on him in turn number 3 and 4. Willix back to the bottom. Howard's going to stick with the high lane. Drag race to the line for 2nd. Willix by half a car length into turn number 1. Willix had the preferred group in that inside lane, but Howard had the momentum on the top side. He was able to fend off Willix for the moment, but Willix again back to that inside lane. He'll try to clear Howard coming off at turn number 3 and 4 and back to the line this time by. Howard stays right with him that time, coming down across the line for lap 14 as RJ Tresidder continues to drop away from the field. I'll tell you what, Andy Howard not giving up on that outside lane, but he's going to surrender the spot to Willix down the back straightaway as we have 10 laps left to go. 10 more remain. Can RJ Tresidder hold on for his first career win? Or will Lance Willix come up and spoil the party? Willix now to 2nd, Andy Howard back to 3rd. Big move for Fuller. He just took Franklin Mackin and Jordan McCreadie from 6th to 4th. Tim Fuller is on the charge late in the going. As they work in lap 16 this time by, we will have 9 to go for RJ Tresidder. Looking for career win number 1. He's been so close on so many occasions in his career. Would like to change that here tonight. Lance Willix. It's been a while since he's been to Victory Lane at Can-Am. Go back to May 24th, the last time he graced Victory Lane here at the Speedway. Down across the line this time by, we have 8 laps left to go. Fuller and Fuller and Andy Howard going at it for 3rd and 4th. Looks like Fuller's going to win that battle down the back straightaway as he looks for Lance Willix and RJ Tresidder. Back to the line this time by, 7 to go for RJ Tresidder. Lance Willix, Tim Fuller, Andy Howard, Jordan McCreadie. That's your top 5. Shaun Shaw 6th, Franklin Mackin 7th, 8th is Dan Beachard, Ryan Bartlett 9th. Scott Webb continues to round out the top 10. In the meantime, the lead gap is shrinking. Lance Willix has a look. He's closing in quickly on RJ Tresidder. We got 6 to go. Tim Fuller there for 3rd, and he is closing in on the top 2. RJ Tresidder is going to have his hands full in the closing stages of this race as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Tresidder with about a car length and a half. Lance Willix is right there with him. Willix looking to pull even terms. Lance Willix to the lead as a complete lap number 20 with 5 to go. And Lance Willix just stole this one down off of corner number 2. A big move to grab the lead. Tim Fuller settling back there in 3rd. He wants to try to run down the top 2 if he possibly can. Working it off at turn number 3 and 4. We have 4 to go for Willix. RJ Tresidder trying to follow Lance Willix, trying to track him down in the closing laps. But now he's going to have Tim Fuller to worry about down the back straightaway. In the meantime, Shaun Shaw has taken over the 5 spot from Jordan McCreadie into turn number 3 and 4, and he's working on Andy Howard for the number 4 position. Back to the line, 3 to go for Willix. RJ Tresidder trying to do all he can to fend off Tim Fuller for the runner-up spot as they work down the back straightaway. Lance Willix is in complete control right now as he sets it up off the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go for Lance Willix. Tim Fuller trying to rally here in the late going. He slides alongside of RJ Tresidder. He'll go to second. Does he have enough time to run Lance Willix down? That's the question. He may be running out of time as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air for Lance Willix. Trying to go all the way for his second win of 2024. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Fuller about 7 car lengths back. I don't think he's going to have enough time to catch him. Lance Willix strong off of turn number 2 as he makes his way through turn 3 and 4. It's been since May 24th, but tonight, Lance Willix, he's back in Can-Am Victory Lane. Fuller will cross in second, RJ Tresidder to third, Shaun Shaw comes home fourth, and at the line for fifth, Jordan McCreadie gets the top 5 position.